Imagine getting sick 50,000 years ago. No hospitals, no doctors, no medicine store around the corner, no antibiotics, just fever, pain, and a group of people who had no idea what was actually happening inside your body. Today, we take medicine for granted, but for most of human history, sickness meant something terrifying. So how did ancient humans survive it? The answer reveals just how resourceful and desperate our ancestors really were. Ancient humans didn't understand germs. They didn't know bacteria or viruses even existed. To them, sickness could seem random, even supernatural. Some believed illness was caused by evil spirits. Others thought it was punishment from angry ancestors or gods. Without any scientific explanation, ancient humans had to rely on observation, trial, and error, testing what helped and what didn't, one sick person at a time. Every community likely had someone who took on the role of healer. Often, this was an elder, someone who had lived long enough to see many illnesses and remember which treatments seemed to work. They didn't have textbooks. They had memory, experience, and careful observation passed down from those before them. This knowledge became incredibly valuable and was protected, respected, and passed on for generations. Long before pharmacies, nature was the only pharmacy that existed. Ancient humans discovered, likely through painful trial and error, that certain plants could ease pain, reduce fever, or calm an upset stomach. Willow bark, for example, contains a natural compound similar to what we now call aspirin. Certain herbs could reduce swelling. Others helped wounds heal faster. Over thousands of years, this plant knowledge became one of humanity's earliest medical systems. This isn't just guesswork. Archaeologists have found direct evidence of ancient medicine. Dental plaque from Neanderthal remains has revealed traces of medicinal plants, including plants known to relieve pain. Some ancient burial sites even contain specific herbs placed intentionally near the body. This suggests something powerful. Even tens of thousands of years ago, humans understood that certain plants could heal. Injuries were common, from hunting accidents, falls, or animal attacks. Ancient humans learned to clean wounds with water, apply pressure to stop bleeding, and wrap injuries using plant fibers or animal skin. Even more incredibly, archaeologists have discovered ancient skulls with clear evidence of trepanation, a surgical procedure where a hole was carefully cut into the skull. Remarkably, many patients survived this procedure with bone healing visible around the wound. Ancient humans were far more medically capable than most people realize. Even without understanding germs, ancient humans likely noticed something important. Sickness seemed to spread between people who spent time close together. Some groups may have instinctively isolated sick individuals, keeping them away from the rest of the community until they recovered. This simple practice, separating the sick, may have saved countless lives long before anyone understood exactly why it worked. Fire wasn't just for cooking and warmth. Ancient humans likely used heat to help treat illness as well. Staying warm during fever, sweating near a fire, or resting in heated shelters may have been an early, instinctive form of treatment. Some cultures continued this practice for thousands of years, eventually evolving into the sweat lodges and heat-based healing rituals still used by some indigenous cultures today. Nutrition also played a critical role in recovery. Sick individuals were often given softer, easier-to-digest foods. Warm broths made from boiled bones, meat provided nutrients when appetite was low. Water, often boiled near the fire, helped prevent dehydration, one of the most dangerous effects of serious illness. Even without modern nutritional science, ancient humans intuitively understood the importance of care and nourishment during sickness. No one in ancient society survived illness alone. While one person hunted, another might stay behind to care for the sick. Children were taught early on how to help gather herbs or bring water. This wasn't just kindness, it was survival strategy. A group that cared for its sick members recovered more of its population, and a larger group had a far better chance of surviving harsh conditions. Alongside physical treatment, many ancient cultures also turned to ritual and spiritual healing. Chanting, smoke, symbolic objects, and prayers to ancestors or spirits were often used alongside physical remedies. While these rituals didn't cure disease directly, they may have played another important role, reducing stress and fear, and giving both the patient and community a sense of control during a terrifying, uncertain time. Modern science now recognizes that reduced stress can genuinely support the body's healing process. Of course, not every illness could be cured. Without modern medicine, infections that seem minor today could easily become fatal. Childhood illnesses, infections from wounds, and diseases we now consider treatable often took lives. Life expectancy in ancient times was significantly shorter than today, largely because of illnesses we now consider minor. Every recovery was hard-won. Every loss was deeply felt. Because medical knowledge was so valuable, it was carefully taught to the next generation. Children learned which plants healed and which were dangerous. They learned how to clean a wound, how to care for a fever, and which foods helped. This knowledge, passed down for hundreds of thousands of years, eventually became the foundation for early medicine, and much later, modern science. Ancient humans across the entire world developed their own medical traditions, often independently of one another. In Africa, communities used specific bark and root remedies still studied today. In parts of Asia, early herbal medicine traditions began forming that would eventually influence practices still used in modern times. Indigenous peoples across the Americas developed extensive plant-based medical knowledge, some of which modern pharmaceutical research still references today. Despite having no contact with each other, ancient humans across the globe reached strikingly similar conclusions. Nature held the key to healing. Here's something incredible to consider. Many modern medicines actually originated from ancient plant knowledge. Aspirin traces back to willow bark remedies used thousands of years ago. Countless modern pharmaceuticals were first discovered by studying traditional, ancient medical practices. In many ways, modern medicine didn't replace ancient medicine. It built upon it. Without hospitals, without antibiotics, without any understanding of germs or viruses, ancient humans still found ways to heal, to care for one another, and to survive. Their courage, observation, and determination laid the very foundation for the medicine we rely on today. So the next time you take a simple painkiller for a headache, remember, you're holding on to knowledge that took our ancestors hundreds of thousands of years and countless lives to discover.